Hello! The happiness you seek is within you right now. If you want to know how and why, then watch this video. Hello everybody, it's Hannah here, Hannah, my full mother, helping you to live your absolute dream life. So the happiness you seek is within you. So if you're feeling unhappy in this moment, then you're not going to get that happiness from looking externally. The happiness will come from within. This is the magic when we know that we have the power to be happy within us in this very moment. We have the power to be happy, then everything changes. So how often have you heard someone say, or maybe you said as well yourself, when I get that house, I will be happy. Or when my partner starts acting in a different way, I will be happy. Or when this happens, I will be happy. When my children stop having an argument, I will be happy. When I'm able to do this thing and this thing, this thing, when I'm able to go on holiday, I will be happy. How often have you said that? Or how often have you heard other people say that? Because guys, these external things are not going to bring you happiness. You could do them and temporarily you might feel happy, absolutely. But because you haven't, gone into yourself and found happiness from within, then it will be temporary. But if you want to have that real, calmed, balanced, incredible sense of wholeness and pure happiness, then you need to look within. You can't expect other people to bring you happiness. It all comes from within. And when you begin to do the inner work and you find and connect to that happiness, then actually you will find, it doesn't matter how the other people act, because you will still stay in that happy place because you don't want to go from there, because it feels so amazing. You want to stay there. You might momentarily have a reaction, absolutely, because we're human, right? We might have an emotion, but you will come back very quickly because you know how it feels to be really calm and happy and amazing and balanced. You know the feeling once you've achieved it, once you've got there, you know the feeling and you won't want to drop from there. So although it might be a temporary negative emotion come on, you will soon come back. It will become your natural set point once you've begun to do the work. This is the magic of it. But also, the people around you, the things around you will start to reflect the happiness you feel inside. It's not up to anyone else to make you happy. It's not up to anyone else. So don't ever go around thinking they've got to start acting in a different way, because it's all down to you. They've got to start acting in a different way to make you happy. How does that make sense? Of course it doesn't. You're the one that needs to start really focusing on what you need to do to make yourself happy. What do you need to do? What actions do you need to take on a daily basis? So if you're going through life and you're not absolutely feeling that happiness, then you've got to ask yourself the question, why? There is going to be a reason. And if it's quite a general feeling of unhappiness and you can't quite break through it and you're feeling stuck, remember what I've said before in my videos, it's because you're now on automatic pilot, you're living in the program, you've been conditioned to feel slightly less than happy or sad or anxious or whatever the emotion is that maybe is dominant for you at the moment. You've been conditioned to feel that from your past, but it's still down to you. You can be happy, you can change it, you just need to start doing the work. And that involves a number of things. As you know from my past videos, if you've watched them, it involves things like forgiveness for people, for past events, for letting them go. And there's so many ways, by the way, to do this, guys. It's a massive process. Obviously, in my 12-week program, we will go into much more detail. We'll do all of these different techniques, but there's so many different things, but this is just touching on it. There's obviously forgiveness. Then there's simply coming back. This is the crucial one, to the present moment, because in the present moment, there can be no worries, there can be no pain, there can be none of that negative emotion, because you're in the present moment. In the present moment, there is just pure, loving energy, right here, right now. And when you connect to that, and then you can make it last a little bit longer, and then a little bit longer, and then a little bit longer, then it gets to the stage when you just want it to happen all the time. And like I said, so even if you drop momentarily because you've got busy in your life and suddenly you've had a bit of a reaction to something, you will come back because you have done the work to train yourself now to really tune in and come back to the present moment. But remember then, if you aren't feeling happy at the moment, it is from past conditioning. So you begin to change it by doing the forgiveness, by doing the meditation, by looking back to a past event, by sitting with the emotion, which I talked about on my last video, by literally sitting with the emotion, staying there with the physical sensation, because that is breaking the cycle then. So remember, if you are feeling a bit down and something has happened and it's caused a reaction, then you've thought something, you felt something maybe first, or you thought something first. It doesn't matter which one comes first, but it becomes a cycle. So if you've got a thought and it will correspond to that emotion, and that emotion then will send the signals back up to your brain for a corresponding thought. But this time the thought will be worse, and then that thought will send another signal to your body, and this time the physical sensation will be worse, and you start to feel more anxious, or worse in terms of more sad, more low. You don't know how to get out of it, you feel stuck. It doesn't matter what the emotion is, but if it's that negative emotion, it becomes this negative cycle. So you need to cut in and break that cycle. And how to do that is by tuning into the physical sensation and really sitting with that physical sensation, sitting with it, embracing it, allowing it to be there. Just the physical sensation, no thought. The thought can be there, allow it to be there, and say it's okay, but right now I'm just coming down into my body and I'm tuning in. I'm tuning into this physical sensation. And when you do that, you are breaking the cycle, guys, and you will find that sensation will evaporate, and then you are clear. You are clear to then observe the situation. That will really help in the moment. And when you start doing this work, you'll become more aware, and awareness is the key to change. Then you start becoming more aware in your day. You start doing your meditations. You start to change the things you do. I did a video on this as well about how if you want to change, you need to change. So if you want to change something about your life, about the way you feel, then you need to change what you do, because you need to cut in and say, the 95% now, remember, by the time you're 35, 95% of who we are is in the subconscious. It's automatic. You're on autopilot. So to get in there, you have to say, I'm not going to do the same things I did yesterday. I'm going to do something different. And by doing something different, you're now breaking that habit of who you were before. You're saying, I'm taking control. I have the power to be however I want to be. You start doing this, guys, and you will begin to see changes in your life very, very quickly. Awareness, changing your habits, becoming more aware in the day, doing your meditations, and then using what you've done in your meditation to really connect to your inner light inside, to your true self and to the present moment, and then allowing that to go out into your day where you can become more aware in the day as well. Doing all of this work, you will begin to see things in a completely different light, and you will begin to realize that it's down to you in every moment whether you are going to be happy or not. So something happens, someone does something you don't really like. In the past, maybe you reacted to it. In the past, you blamed them. But by blaming them, it's not helping you, guys, because you can choose how to react. It doesn't matter how they act, that is up to them. But what does matter is how you act. How are you going to respond? Are you going to take your power back for you? Are you going to bring that energy back to you and allow yourself to stay in that beautiful, happy place? Or are you going to choose to now focus your energy and blame somebody else? Because as soon as you start blaming other people for the fact you don't feel happy, you are giving your power away. You're not taking charge of your life. You're not taking radical responsibility for your life. But it's your life. And once you begin to realize that it's down to you, you can choose where to put your energy. You can choose where to focus that energy in every moment. When you take radical responsibility for your life and you realize in every moment you have that power to choose the direction you take, where you put placing your energy, then your life will change, because you will choose the better path. You will choose to stay more in that higher vibration. It's incredible. It's going to be beautiful when you discover this. So guys, if you want any help, do comment below. Ask as many questions as you like. I'm totally here to help you. I love you all. I'm sending you so much love. Remember, if you're watching on YouTube, to subscribe and share. And here, if you're watching on the group, then do join in with the challenge next week, the Raise Your Vibration Challenge. It's going to be awesome. It's only 5 days, so it's not going to be as much as I do in my 21 Days to Freedom course, for example. That's much more detailed. Or obviously if you work with me individually, of course it goes into much more depth, but it is a 5-day challenge that literally you will feel that your vibration is raising by the end of the challenge. If you really properly take part, you're going to have work to do, guys. You're going to join in. I'm going to do meditation. It's going to be really good fun. I'm going live every day at 11 a.m. on the group. So come along with an open mind. Be ready to change. If there's anything you want to change about your life, if you want to raise your vibration and feel happier, then do take part in the challenge. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. And do share with all your friends as well, because I'm really excited about it and I want to help as many mums as I possibly can. I'm sending you all so much love, and I will see you all soon. Bye bye, guys.